All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Is everybody clean? Is everybody crisp? Is everybody feeling irie? Well, let's talk. Today we're gonna have a discussion about a few different topics. If you don't want to listen to the discussion, feel free to click to the next video. I want to first say thank you to the multitude of people that have been emailing me with all the different types of information. A lot of it is similar, but I thank you nonetheless. I'm glad that you guys are sharing information with me, because then I could share it with all, which brings me to our first topic, informational sharing. I just found out that my plant is slowly transforming from a PNDC to an LNDC or LDC, local distribution center. Why was there never anybody to talk to me about that? Why was there nobody to say, hey, Jay, hey, MVS Craft, hey, PVS Craft, hey, this craft, hey, that craft. You know what? In a few months, this is what's happening. There is no transparency, but the reality is the post office itself cannot make moves to construct, to rebuild, to do anything unless our powerful unions agree with it. Ain't that something? Our powerful unions agree with it. They can't say, hey, we're going to build another building. You guys need to staff it. And our union will say, okay, well, this is what we require. And this is what we're going to request. And you guys, they negotiate a contract. That's what our union does. If you work at a regular building, construction, they can't say, hey, we're going to build a building and then go look for, some construction workers. No, they have to make sure that they have the construction workers in place and say, okay, you guys get ready. We're going to have a contract set up because we're planning on building a building. And this is what we're going to do, and so on and so forth. We're going to work around the clock. Can you do this? And their union will say, no, well, we'll work these hours, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's how unions work, right? So they can't build a building first and then talk to the union after. No, it doesn't work like that. They have to discuss anything that's happening, any closings, anything that happens with the union. I mean, with the workers, because they represent us, and they have to make sure that we're able to. So here's the thing. The union, I think they know. I know they know. Why are they not sharing this information with us? Why are they not being transparent with us? Smoke and mirrors. That little thing that they had last week, smoke and mirrors. Blame management for everything. Blame management for being understaffed. While half of you guys can't even get a full day's worth of work. Isn't that something? Where are they understaffed at? Where? Tell me, where are they understaffed at? Carriers, maybe the carriers. But aren't they disassembling some of you guys' machines? Clerks? Aren't they doing that? Aren't they disassembling some of your machines at the plants? They're taking some of that stuff down. You guys feel understaffed? No, because you guys work in twos, right? You have your partner on the other side and you do your thing. So you're not understaffed. They're cutting their hours back. Bring them in to PSEs for 5 hours, right? Yeah. So are they really understaffed? Oh, the management. That's right. The management, the toxic work environment, the management. Right. But I keep emphasizing when I walked around the plant today and I looked and I chat with one supervisor and I looked at another supervisor and then I looked at another supervisor, and then I remember this weekend when I was supervising myself, I was on the computer and I was just scrolling over people's names. You could click somebody's name and you could see what they did. This plant manager used to be an RCA, used to be a holiday help, it breaks everything down. So, okay. Every single supervisor, manager, postmaster, station manager, 204B, MPO, district manager, every one of them used to be a regular postal worker. Smoke and mirrors, I say, because the union will have you believe that the management has created a toxic work environment. But here, don't leave, postal family, because this is where it gets good. Because every manager that has come, when I went to the station today, I was looking at the manager that was dealing with the city side and the manager that was dealing with the rural side. And I was looking at both of them, and they both one was a carrier, one was a clerk. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? The union used to protect these guys. The union used to protect these guys. Now, one of the guys that's a supervisor, the whole building, all the carriers and rural carriers, they can't stand him. They can't stand him. They can't stand his attitude because he got a shitty attitude. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, it's crazy because the National Association of Letter Carriers had to protect him at one time. I want you to think about that. Think about that. He was a carrier. They protected him at one time. And then he got promoted. 204B. Then he became a temporary supervisor, right? Then he became a supervisor, right? When I say that the toxic environment starts from within, this is exactly what I mean. It starts from us. That is not a lie. That's not me guessing. You, any one of you. See, the ones that sit there and they talk to smack, I just let you talk smack. But I want you, any one of you, ask your supervisor, ask your MPO, ask your station manager. Somebody's calling, Jay. Ask any one of them. Ask any one of them. Where did they work before this? What did they do before this? Huh? What did they do before this? And you know what you guys are gonna hear? They worked in such and such. They worked in such and such. They worked in such and such. So that's not me making stuff up. Tell us something new, Jay. Smoke and mirrors. When they say, hey, we need more people. Where? Where do you need more people if they're sending people home at 4 hours a day from mail handlers to clerks? Where? Where do you need more people at? We're short-staffed. Are we short-staffed or people not showing up to work because of the toxic managers that were protected when they were in craft by the same unions that are saying we got toxic managers? We bred them to be how they are, but now we want to say, oh, they suck? Nah, here's a story for you. In a station, way south, here's a carrier. This carrier used to go out and clockwork every 3.5 weeks. Used to go park her LLV behind a strip mall and get her nails done. Like clockwork until she got caught. She is now a full-blown supervisor making $78,000 a year. You were stealing time. They couldn't fire her, so they promoted her. And that same toxic person gives every one of the people that work underneath her hell. Toxic work environment. Who protected her from her job? Letter carrier union. They did. They saved her. How do you save somebody from getting their nails done? It's beyond me. But she's a supervisor now. She up there. Ooh, working her way to station manager. Toxic environment is created by us. But where's the transparency? Where's the smoke and mirrors coming from? The smoke and mirrors are coming from our own unions, because we do have some great union reps. We have a great, strong union, but the transparency between me asking a manager, hey, what's going on at our plant? Do you know what's going on? And they say they don't know. I say, hey, what's going on with our plant to my shop steward? And he says he don't know. Okay, well, our people are concerned. We want to know if they're closing some of these stations, are we going to be losing some routes? Oh, I'll find out. Well, don't you think you should find out now? Because the union, your president, had to go and negotiate with the actual post office to find out if we were transforming from this to that. So you guys know, why are you not passing us the information here? Is you don't want us to be in a frenzy? You want to string people along? These people got lives. You guys got lives. Can people survive off of 4 to 6 hours a week? No. Some of you guys don't belong working here. It is what it is. But the ones that actually want to work, why are you starving? Why are you starving? If you're only getting 4 hours and they're completing this work, if they giving you 4 hours, 6 hours, and they're completing the work, are we really short-staffed? Because that's what they're fighting for. We need more workers. Need more workers. To do what? Get more workers so they can sit around? No. No. To do what? To say they accomplished something? What? Now we're fully staffed. And then what? And then what? Nobody's getting overtime. Hell, people ain't even getting hours. I talked to a friend out in California and they were giving her 3 or 4 hours and go home. Yo, what foolishness is that? I sit here and preach, yo, the post office is it. The post office will change your life. And people have come here and yeah, it's changed their life, all right. They sitting there and yo, Jay, what's really good, man? I'm going broke here. And I can't only but tell people to hold on but so long. Hey, Jay, you know what's going on? Honestly, I don't at this point, because the people sitting up top, the same postal workers that moved up, ain't telling us nothing. Why? The real fight wasn't toxic work environment, because again, we created that. The unions protected that. And then management promoted that. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. The real fight is, where's our future here? What's gonna happen next? Look, if I need to prepare mentally to drive 45, 50 miles, let me know beforehand. Let me know beforehand. I don't like surprises. Hell, if you plan on cutting these mail handlers in 5 months, let them know beforehand so they can prepare. What, are you worried about them calling out? Hell, they're gonna call out anyway. You worried about the CCAs not coming here? Hell, they struggling right now. Is it because the CCAs, there's not enough? No, they're overburdened with work in certain stations. Certain stations, they are overburdened with work because, again, what do? They take a really good worker and they give them more work. You come back early, hey, I need you to go do another piece. And then this person like, yeah, all right, cool, I like the overtime. Then they come back and give them another piece. All right, I guess I'll do it. And then when they get burned out or hurt, oh no, I didn't tell them to do that. I didn't, no. What? You what? So, side note, if anybody ever runs into a situation where you feel like you're doing a little bit too much and you feel like the supervisor's doing a little, make sure you get text messages from your supervisors. That is the only way to protect yourself, because they can't lie via text, because those are their words. They can't say, oh, I never said that. No, right here. Yeah, these are your words, right? Yeah, this is you. You wrote me and told me do X, Y, Z. That's just a side note. Nonetheless, I just want to know, where's the transparency? Because if you're sharing information with me, which I appreciate, I'm searching the internet, I'm talking to supervisors, I'm talking to this one, I'm talking to that one. Where's the information? Because the people up top have information. They're not skating from it. I shouldn't have to go and feel like I'm on some secret mission to find out a secret story about secrets that affect our everyday life. I'm not the voice of the post office. I'm just some guy that's transferring information to you guys for you guys to do with what you please. But when people walk up to me and say, hey man, what's going on at this place? And I say, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. Seems a little too quiet for me. Seems a little too quiet. And I gotta overhear a conversation here and overhear a conversation here and put these pieces of puzzle together. See, the puzzle used to be easy. It used to be a little 100-piece puzzle, but it was big. Now it's a 1,000-piece puzzle and it's really small. That is very difficult to put all these pieces of this puzzle together. With you guys, it's great that you're giving me information, but something still is not matching for me. And I wanna know why. Here goes, I'm on it right now. Carriers, why are they telling you guys that you only get an hour of office time? All of a sudden, an hour of office time, and you got 22 minutes to load your trucks? Really? They're using these things because it's not in your contract. It ain't in your contract. Where does management come up with these things to throw more pressure on you to move faster, but it ain't in your contract? And why is the National Association of Letter Carriers allowing this? Because their job is to police the contract. That's what it is, to police the contract. That's what it is, to make sure that management is following the contract, not making up shit and just throwing it at you. So what happens if you don't complete your office time in 1 hour and you're out there and you're scanning to get your packages in your truck for 22 minutes? This is nationwide. One of my dudes was just telling me this. I'm like, what? Where's this foolishness coming from? Where are these coming up with these things that were never there before just so that they have some paper trail? Oh, well, he didn't do it here. Let's pull up the scanner and see what he did. Oh, well, he was in the office for an hour and 13 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna have to write you up. Same thing I was telling you guys about with this attendance thing. And somebody was like, oh, that's nothing new. Yeah, it is new. Now people are being held accountable for it. They can do anything that they choose. Because I think that the people that's supposed to be protecting us knows something. Call me crazy. Call me loco. But you can't call me uninformed because it is happening. What it is, who the hell knows? But something is happening. There's too many different forms coming out. People whipping out forms here and there talking about, oh, well, this goes with this and this goes with that. I mentioned a few months ago that managers were going to be stepping down to become supervisors because of what DeJoy said. Supervisors were safe. I mentioned that. Check your own place. Jay don't make this up. And if it's happened, write it in the comment section because there's always the naysayer. No, you tripping. Read the comments before you sit there and throw your comment in there. That's important. Read a few comments before you comment because some people just hear a few words and they say, no. Read some of the comments so you can comprehend the big picture. Managers are stepping down. Supervisors. People passing out paperwork that can individually affect us one way or another. They look for reasons. And if things ain't matching up, hey, something is coming. Y'all could call me crazy like I said before, but they called me crazy about a year ago when I mentioned that they were coming up with these new plans and 10-year thing and everybody thought I was loco. And now what? Now we're here talking about it. I just wanted to chat for a minute or 18. You guys tell me what you think. Open discussion. Again, take it easy on the old man. Discuss it. Be respectful. And yeah. Remember, go get yourself your t-shirts. All right? Go get some cups. It's in video description. All right? This is JH. And we out.